Peace, 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 people. This is my first time doing a live on this phone in a while. I think ever. This is my first time doing a live. I have uploaded videos, but never did a live. If you could, please like and share the video. Please subscribe to this channel. This is my backup chart. I want to give people a chance to figure out I'm live because I think that because my numbers are so low, it might be hard to know that I'm live. So I'm going to play another song or two or beat just to get the time for people to recognize that I'm live. Maybe it will be sent out the notifications for the ones that did subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to my channel thus far. Anyone in the clouds, if you could please join in the chat room if you don't mind, and thank you in advance.
Purchase your tracks today. 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 Purchase your tracks today.
Yeah, that was so. We're gonna talk about Haiti today. According to Al Jazeera, they may be on the brink of collapse, on the verge of collapse. Haiti. This video is under fair use of the copyright 107 of 1976. Fair use for educational purposes, for research purposes, and for observational purposes. It's a really trying time there in Haiti. And I did do a story on Haiti on my other main channel. I will be using that phone as well to address you guys in the chat room if anybody ever shows up. But let's get to this talk about Haiti and understanding why they are on the verge of collapse.
Could Haiti be on the brink of collapse? Gangs control most of the capital, people are starving as humanitarian aid is blocked, and the political vacuum is only worsening the crisis. What's caused this unprecedented chaos in Haiti, and what's the way out? This is Inside Story. to the program. I'm Hashim Al-Bara. People in Haiti are bracing for more violence weeks after powerful gangs launched an offensive to topple the government. Food is running out, essential goods are in short supply, and nothing is coming in or out of the capital. The United Nations is warning more than 1 million people are on the brink of famine. There's essentially no government in place, and plans to establish a transitional governing council have caused disputes and controversy. So how can Haiti overcome this crisis? Is foreign involvement helping, or is it fueling instability? We will explore these issues with our panel of guests in a moment. First, this report by Katia Lopez-Hoduyan.
Haiti is in crisis. Gangs have taken over most of the capital with reports of killings, kidnappings, and sexual violence. Schools, banks, and most government institutions are closed, and people are growing desperate. Everything. Getting anything in or out of Haiti is a problem. The U.S. and European Union have promised aid, but delivering it is a challenge. The capital's main port is closed, as is the airport, and heavily armed fighters have blocked the presidential palace with shipping containers. Food, fuel, and essential supplies are running out, and for many, making a living is impossible.
With all this insecurity, I don't have any more clients. Even the people on the pavement can't stop to see my artwork on the street. The airport is closed, and we're suffering. I'm out here for the sake of it.
Haiti is the poorest country in Latin America and the Caribbean, and for years it's faced political and financial insecurity. In 2010, a major earthquake displaced more than 1.5 million people. Many are still homeless. More challenges followed when President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated 3 years ago. His nominee for Prime Minister, Ariel Henry, was sworn in and promised to hold presidential elections as soon as possible. But nearly 3 years later, criminal gangs are filling the power vacuum.
And so we have to understand that for most people, whether there's a prime minister today and not tomorrow, it's not going to make a difference in their life if that government wasn't doing anything to support them from the beginning.
Gang leaders are opposed to a transitional governing council that the U.S. and some Caribbean countries are pushing for. It could be made up of representatives from Haiti's political blocs, but after years of unsuccessful foreign interventions, many Haitians are against it.
Americans are imposing certain conditions on us to run the country, and this is not normal because our country's constitution already shows us how to organize ourselves.
The governing council would, in theory, pave the way towards elections. Haitians are hoping that will restore stability, but there's also fear it will give gangs another.
I cannot imagine having this when you wake up first thing in the morning going on outside your door or in the streets. How are you supposed to trust walking around trying to look for food, water, supplies, or anything? They are very, very limited on how they're able to move because of the gangs that are regulating, and gunshots are being shot out all over the place. Fires being put on everywhere. It is just really a sense of chaos and confusion. And I don't see an end to this. I don't understand who should be in charge of handling Haiti's affairs, because it doesn't seem like they have the know-with-all to handle their own affairs. So what is the world supposed to do?
Violence. Katia Lopez-Hoduyan, Al Jazeera, for Inside Story.
Let's get to the heart of what's going on in Haiti with our expert guests. Joining us from New York is John Eddy St. Paul, the founding director of the City University of New York's Haitian Studies Institute and a professor of sociology at Brooklyn College. In Boston, Emanuela Dion is the executive director of the Haitian think tank Policity and social justice activist. And in the Canadian capital, Professor John Packer is director of the Human Rights Research and Education Center at Ottawa University. He's advised the United Nations in numerous peace processes around the world, including Haiti. Welcome to the program. John Eddy, I'll start with you. How did Haiti descend into this chaos?
For me, what is happening in Haiti, as a sociologist, is not complicated to explain. I use a theory. My theory is that Haiti, since its inception in 1804, has always had to face some international forces made by the collective West, and the collective West, they have always do everything in their power to prevent the constitution of a strong state in Haiti. This is one aspect. Second aspect also, the behavior of the international community has also shaped the political culture of the Haitian elites, and when you put all together the acting of the international community in Haiti with the Haitian elites, so we can explain what is happening in Haiti. So that chaos that is currently taking place in Haiti is part of what I would call a conditioning. So there has been a kind of programming. So they have programmed the Haitian society to be in that place that we see now. Exactly. Because when we see what they call the gang, actually they are not gang. They are really terrorists terrorizing a population. And if you do like a comparative perspective, because in politics is a science, and in politics we have a subfield that is called comparative politics. What is happening in Haiti is not totally different than what is happening in the sub-Saharan country and what is happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
All right.
So what is happening in Haiti can be explained by the great power of U.S. and more specific Western imperialism and U.S. imperialism in Haiti. So
Emanuela, do you share the same view voiced by John Eddy, which is the fact that this is something that has been instrumentalized by the foreign powers?
I would say that it's a shared responsibility. On one hand, we have the international community, some powerful countries that have been involved in Haiti for years, and they have promoted ideas, actions that were not effective, and they have been promoting their self-interest in Haiti, meaning by promoting their self-interest, they associated themselves with corrupt Haitian political leaders and members of the economic elite. And this leads us to a situation where there is very few people left to care for Haiti's interests and the interests of the majority of the people. And you have, on one hand, the international community, the actors from the international communities and the actors from the politics pursuing their using the country resources and using and for the one Haiti, the political and economic elites, they are using the gangs to secure their power and the ability to continue to control the country resources. And it's a situation that is detrimental to the people, and it leads us to this chaos we are seeing now.
And speaking of the people, because I'm pretty sure that most of these people that's speaking up about Haiti doesn't even live in Haiti. A lot of them live in America. Comforts of living in America. Let's look at some of the people that are talking about how they're being like directly affected by the conditions on the ground. It's a really sad story, and it seems like every time I turn around, Haiti is brought up with devastating issues that's going on with them. They never seem to fully recover going on wrong with them. And then
My name is Jocelyn Dorney. I live in Port-au-Prince. I'm 70 years old. I've been selling coffee for a long time. The trade used to help me take care of my children, but now there is no profit in it because I can't be on the streets with bullets flying. The gangs say they're helping us, but the reality is different. We don't have a problem with them, so why are they destroying our businesses? A bag of sugar now goes for $38. I can't afford it. The coffee pot sells for $13. I can't afford it either, so there is no life for us. Selling on the street is very dangerous because we're caught in the middle of the shooting. A few days ago, I inhaled tear gas. I couldn't open my eyes. I had to run away from my coffee stall. Back in the day, I was able to pay my loans, pay rent, and take care of my family. Now I can't afford to do that because criminals have destroyed the country. I fled my house because of the violence. Now I stay at a friend's house. Only God knows what he'll do with the gangs because nothing has worked to get rid of them. An elected president should not tolerate the gangs. Maybe that is the change we need. Otherwise, the problem will contain enough money to buy food to eat. I used to buy a cup of rice for 19 cents and a small sack for $19. Now, if I don't have $38, I can't afford it. My husband died in 2004. Ever since then, I've been struggling with my kids. Politicians say they will do this and that, but that's because they're not in power. Once they're in power, they only see the families and those who voted for them. They don't see you. I will never vote again. Although Ariel Henry resigned, it won't bring change. There's no life here. Haiti is sick. It's lying in a hospital bed with no good doctors to take care of it.
And speaking of the gangs, Al Jazeera did have a conversation with the lead person that's in charge in the Haiti crisis. So let's hear what he has to say. I think his name is Barbecue or Jimmy Trezerer. He talks to Al Jazeera. Let's see what he has to say in this clip. If you guys have not yet, please like and share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you in advance.
In Haiti, after days of relative calm, looting. This is the Guatemalan and Salvadoran consulates being ransacked. Hospitals have been too. In most of the capital, it's not the police in control, but Haiti's ultra-violent gangs. This is their most visible leader, Jimmy Trezerer, nicknamed Barbecue, a former police officer whose coalition rules vast swathes of Port-au-Prince. It's attacked police stations and government buildings to successfully oust Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Now the United States and countries in the Caribbean CARICOM trading bloc are pushing for a transitional council made up of the country's political parties to appoint a new interim prime minister and lay a roadmap for elections. But Trezerer, talking to Al Jazeera, rejected that council.
We're not going to recognize the decisions that CARICOM takes. I'm going to say to the traditional politicians that are sitting down with CARICOM, since they went with their families abroad, we who stayed in Haiti have to take the decisions. It's not just people with guns who have damaged the country, but politicians too.
While some political groups are putting names forward for the council, seeing it as a way out of Haiti's current power vacuum, Trezerer says he wants revolution.
Now our fight will enter another phase to overthrow the whole system, the system that is 5% of people who control 95% of the country's wealth.
And that's no idle threat. Gangs control more than 80% of Port-au-Prince right now. Once a transitional government is in place, that could pave the way for a multinational police force on the ground in Haiti, funded by the US and Canada. Kenya's President William Ruto has said that his country will lead it. Trezerer, unsurprisingly, rejects that too.
The presence of Kenyans in Haiti will be an irony because the same people who gave weapons to people in poor neighborhoods to rise up against the former government then lost control of those armed groups and are now appealing to a foreign force to save things. It is a mission that's failed in advance. It's a shame that William Ruto has to go in that direction.
But the gangs are nevertheless scared of it. The two main rival gang blocs in Haiti, the G9 and the G-PET, have actually come together in an alliance called Vivre Ensemble to try and prevent this foreign police force coming into the country. They know it would challenge them. Haitians have suffered immensely at the gang's hands, but the power that they've accrued mean that they have to be taken into account in what is a largely lawless state. John Holman.
That they're being barred from coming up over here, but I will so that you guys can be entertained. But it's interesting how so many people in America is overrun by immigrants right now. They're keep having problems.
Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today.
The crisis in Haiti and growing fears of a mass migration from a country in chaos.
Florida's governor deploying more patrols to the state's southern coast and plans to install new leadership in Haiti appears to be crumbling. Local 10's Terrell Fournay is live in Miami with the very latest. Terrell.
And even the U.S. Marines are being sent into Haiti to help secure the U.S. embassy there. But in the worst areas where that chaos is happening, we know that there are a number of U.S. citizens that are literally stranded. But tonight we're learning that some of them are finding their way out. The rescue mission by chopper was under the cover of night. 10 Americans plucked from Haiti, including Mitch Albom.
The roads were blocked and there was literally no way out.
The uprising in Port-au-Prince had become so dangerous and deadly in recent weeks that U.S. citizens found themselves stranded, including a volunteer team helping to run Mitch's orphanage. So a daring rescue was organized by a congressman from Central Florida.
We were clear of Haiti airspace. The others kind of clapped and said, yeah, you know, we're safe. My wife and I were kind of hit with a very deep pang of sadness because our kids are still there. And our staff is still there.
Haiti is on the brink of leading a transition plan aimed at stabilizing its government. But the gang warlords who have assumed power have promised not to back the plan. And with the quality of life deteriorating by the day in Haiti, there are concerns over a mass migration.
There's no evidence of it. Right now, people cannot leave their house. There's no public transportation.
Still, Florida's governor is on the offensive, ordering 133 state guard troops to stage, another 39 FDLE officers, and dozens of other water and air support crews, mostly in the Keys. State and federal officials want to avoid a repeat of sites like this when a surge of 15,000 Haitian nationals fled at the southern border after the assassination of the country's president in 2021.
It's an hour away from Miami, Florida on an airplane. And if that country falls, it destabilizes a region that's very, very close to us. So I would think we would have a vested interest in what happens there.
And that group, a majority of them from Michigan, literally only had about 60 seconds to run to that helicopter for their airlift towards safety. In the meantime, Mitch, we know he makes a monthly trip to Haiti because of his orphanage that he runs there. And for now, he says that he plans to return next month, but without those volunteers. We are live from Miami's Little Haiti neighborhood tonight. I'm Terrell Forney, Local 10 News.
Again, they got money to keep the Haitians out, and they got money to give away to other aliens, legal aliens such as Venezuelans and others of that nature. So clearly, they know who they want in America, and it's not foreign blacks. It is not. Now, they are definitely starving over there. Let's look at this other news clip by Al Jazeera discussing them having problems with food.
It was meant to be the beginning of the answer to Haiti's problems. A transitional council called for by the United States and leaders from the CARICOM Caribbean Trading Bloc, which would name an interim prime minister and work towards elections in the country. But Haiti's politicians can't agree who should fill the 7 voting positions on the council, with some leaders rejecting it altogether. Like Gu Felipe, a former rebel and convicted in the US of money laundering.
So it's the same guy, the same old guys, the same corrupted men that drove us where we are, the same one that armed the gangs, the youngsters in the ghettos. That's the same guys that the United States want to put back in power. It's not up to United States or friends not to CARICOM to decide who can rule Haiti, who can govern Haiti. It's up to the Haitian people to decide what kind of people they want to govern them.
While the politicians argue, Haiti burns. On Thursday, it was the country's national prison which went up in flames. Luckily, the prisoners had already been moved. And gangs remain in charge of most of the capital. The most powerful leader, Jimmy Cherizier, popularly known as Barbecue, also rejects the transitional council. Perhaps because its members would be bound to commit to a 1,000-strong Kenyan police force being deployed in the country, mostly funded by the US. It would inevitably affect the gang's own power on the streets. Meanwhile, for the most part, Haiti's airport, ports and borders remain closed. The only slim line of contact with the outside world, an air bridge that the United Nations says it's going to set up between country and here in the neighboring Dominican Republic. The US State Department spokesperson told Al Jazeera he still expected the transitional council to form.
As you just heard me say, just in the past few hours, we've seen a number of names submitted for this presidential transitional council. We want to see it get off the ground as soon as possible. We want to see an interim prime minister appointed as soon as possible.
An island of optimism as the hopes of an immediate solution or just the start of one appear to diminish. John Holman, Al Jazeera, the Dominican Republic.
Well, I just wanted to briefly do a live to make sure that it could work because it wasn't working before, and I was told that I was able to go live yesterday. So I just wanted to test it out, see how things are sounding on this phone. A couple of times it glitched, so that's something that I need to make note of. But I just hope that you guys would like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. There'll be maybe a video coming every couple of weeks on this channel. But I'm primarily going to be on my main channel where people know where I'm at. But just as a backup, every couple of weeks, I'll do a live on this platform as well. So thank you all for listening. If you are out there in the clouds, please like and share the video. Please subscribe to my channel and my main channel, which is Wild Y'all. That's my main channel. Actually, all those channels are mine. If you guys could hit all the channels, we can get it popping. But thank you all for appearing. Please like and share the video, and bless up.